Premier David Eby pledged today to fast-track schools, hospitals and even new mines into construction as part of a new legislation he said will speed up provincially important projects. For more, let's check in with Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Rob, why is the government doing this?
Well, Stacey, the Premier expressing frustration today at all the red tape, permitting and environmental approvals that tie up building projects. Red tape, I should add, that government creates, but nonetheless, the Premier today introducing a bill designed to short-circuit a lot of that. It'll work in different ways, but the most important change here is the bill will give Cabinet extraordinary powers to step in and basically push through all sorts of public and private projects that might otherwise get tied up for months or years in different assessments and approvals. Eby says he can do all that without compromising on environmental safety or First Nations consultation. Here's how it would work. Cabinet will be able to designate some projects, including private projects, as provincially significant. That includes things like mines and energy, food and water security, as well as certain housing projects. Then those get moved to either the front of the line for approvals or an entirely new alternative environmental assessment with all sorts of new rules. An example given today was a mine that goes through a multi-year environmental assessment, gets approval, and then has to start all over again for permits to cut down trees. That would now be automatic. It would also let municipalities apply for special permission to get out from under their official community plan and let the province override municipalities on a provincially significant project if they are holding it up. There are a few caveats here. The legislation can't be used to push forward pipelines, LNG terminals, low barrier supportive housing, or even safe consumption sites onto municipalities. The Premier said he's not going to do that. He is still bypassing environmental processes in the name of speeding things up. Here he is on why he's doing that.
We think it's what the public wants. They don't want a huge amount of process debating whether or not it's a good thing to build a new school. They just want the school. And this isn't an abstract concern. We had a school that was delayed 6 months waiting for a community to update its official community plan to note that this is where the school was going to be located. We had another school that waited for a year in relation to a ditch on the property. It was identified as significant under the Water Sustainability Act, even though it was anything but. So we do need that ability on these critical projects to be able to ensure they move ahead and don't get stuck.
Initial reaction here from some groups positive, but others wondering why Cabinet's going to get to pick and choose these things. Stacey, it may sound great to fast track, but it will depend on the project, on the public support for that project, and all of the environmental and safety concerns that come with it, whether government can pull off this change. We'll see when the first projects begin to fall under it.